Hey guys, I've got my 1971 C10 truck out here again today. I done as much as I could to it yesterday before it started raining, and I'm going to try to do a little bit to it today. My wife had one of her friends contact her, and my wife used to work for the city school system with little children that are 4 years old. So my wife's friend has took her spot, and my wife has went down there to kind of help her out a little bit. And so today, or at least for a while, I'm going to be alone working on this truck. I'm going to show you what I done yesterday. We'll see how this turned out. I've got a few spots I'm going to have to touch up from that Rust-Oleum bed liner spray stuff. And I'm pretty happy with it. But I got to tell you, if you ever use that Rust-Oleum spray liner, I guess it has to come out hard. When I say hard, I mean come out real fast out of the spray nozzle. And it's real hard for me to control. So I got a few little spots here that I'm going to have to touch up. So I'm going to do the best I can. But when you look at the truck, I'm sure nobody's going to notice it. I even got carried away on the side there for some reason. But I'm an older guy. In case you're new to this channel, I'm an older guy. My knees get to hurting sometimes. So I was trying to go as fast as I could, and it was about to rain anyway, so I just barely got this done in time before the rain showed up, and I had to scramble to get it in the garage. I was supposed to let this dry for 20 or 30 minutes. Of course, I was pretty much done for the day yesterday. So today, what I'm going to try to do is I've got this taped off here. I've got to go to the junkyard sometime really soon and look for some parts. I need the door seals, and of course, as I told you yesterday, I need door rubber, and I need to go to the junkyard and find some door rubber and some door seals to fill up this big gap where my wires and stuff are down through here. And I'm going to do my best to get my glove compartment. Yesterday I couldn't think of the word, and today I can. Glove box liner. I couldn't think of that word yesterday for nothing. And I got to tell you, I want to tell you right off, if you're a subscriber, I sure do enjoy reading the comments. Y'all have some really good ideas. My wife was really cracking up yesterday. By that I mean laughing at one of the comments one of my YouTube subscribers said about. I told him in yesterday's video, I said, this truck, or my wife said, she said, it looks kind of like Frankenstein, the way all these patches are and the welds. You remember the movie Frankenstein? He had sewed up parts and parts from different bodies and humans, Anyway, this truck kind of reminded her of that, and it just kind of stuck in my head. And so, for a few minutes, I was calling it Frankenstein. And anyway, getting back to my point, I had a YouTube subscriber that said to call it, let's see, I'll show you. Call it John Franken-Turd. And my wife thought that was so funny. Somebody that had this truck before me has etched this in, I guess with a knife or something. I'm not really sure why they done that or why you would, but anyway, it's on there. But my goal for today is to try to get this floorboard, get something on it, paint-wise, I mean. So, at least temporarily. So, had another YouTube subscriber that come up with a good idea, and I can't believe I didn't think of this myself. But that's why I have y'all to leave comments and suggestions, and some of them are pretty good. But I've got this. They suggested I do instead of the floorboard being clear. I was wanting to do it clear. Of course, my wife was wanting to do it all black. So we've kind of compromised, thanks to my YouTube subscriber that said painting it white. And that's the way it was anyway when it was born. So why not just go with that? And I'm just going to kind of do it. It's not going to be a real good job because I don't have much paint. This is that old crappy paint that I'll never buy again. This is, I think, this is old. This is primer, of course, but I hope it'll spray. It's as old as, I think Columbus probably brought it over along with this. But I've got this right here, and I don't know how I've wound up with so much Rust-Oleum when I'm really a Krylon kind of guy. And I'm down to my last can of this, or maybe a quarter of a can, or half a can maybe if I'm lucky. I can't get rid of this little stupid guy. It keeps flying around. But need to get another can of that just to have on hand. And but I'm just going to do the best I can, hit the high spots on it, and move on to something else. But anyway, I'm real proud of the way the bed turned out. Anyway, when I get done touching up, I'll show you what it looks like, and I'm going to try to do this bed floor real quick just to keep it from deteriorating any further. I'm going to shoot it with primer first. I've already took a wire brush and done the best I could. My wife and I both done that yesterday, and we'll just kind of go from there and see how much we get done today. It's a whole lot cooler than it was yesterday, so I've really got to take advantage of days like today, because as I said yesterday, they're few in number, and it's soon going to be cold, cold, cold all the time, and I won't get to do any spray painting. So that's my number one priority. Okay, if y'all will just hang in there, I would appreciate it, and I'll get back with you in a minute.